Hey everybody, this is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. Okay, city council meetings and county council meetings are starting up this week again. Primarily tomorrow, you'll see, I believe Northport has theirs, the city of Venice, it goes essentially all day. Sarasota will probably have theirs. I'll put out the schedule. The county generally will do 2 regular meetings covering different issues in a week, every bi-weekly. So you're going to start seeing stuff. I know with Northport, the big subject is the turn lane on Price. To me, it's like, okay. Down in Venice, a little different. They're looking at a report that they've been wanting, something I pushed for 2 years ago. One of the biggest problems that a lot of these politicians have is they'll go out and spin. And I've discovered that there's no priority listing in Venice. And this is when I ran for mayor of Venice, and it wasn't with the goal of winning. I knew I wasn't going to win. I was very clear on that when I ran, but I wanted to bring attention to a lot of the issues, and that was one of my issues, that they're spending frivolously on consultants, on this, on that, on this, and they don't have a priority list. And so stuff like our fire department and the trucks and the different various issues out there are falling through the cracks. It was heard, my voice was heard, and you guys will be amazed at a lot of stuff. And everyone likes to minimize me, but they're amazed at how much stuff gets driven by the Scoop and me coming out there. And this is one of them. So now they're looking at John Vazano, who is putting together the asset report, and they're going to come and basically deliver it tomorrow. They're talking about $5 million to replace Fire Station 1, which pushed the whole let's merge with the county effort again. They're looking at what to do. This is the one next to Venice City Hall, because they've looked at moving it too, and how much would that cost. They're looking at financing it with a 15-year loan and a 1-cent sales tax increase, so another tax increase. It's amazing. Tax increase after tax increase over the last couple of years. If you look at taxes increase and fee increases, it's amazing. Now, they'll disguise and say, oh, it's just a loan. It's a bond. It's a tax increase. A good example, the police station. That's a note. I can't remember if it's a 20 or 30-year note. But basically, the last police station, when I was a kid, the police station was over by the bridge on the Venice Avenue Bridge. They moved it. They built a new one. They put out a bond, a tax on you. It was, I believe, a 30-year. Guess what? It's gone to crap. It's no longer a viable police station. They need a lot of upgrades, a lot of different things. And so now they're building another one. We're still paying the tax, and I think we got a couple more years on the tax on the one that was built over near Pinebrook. And so you would think, okay, we're going to get a break. No, we start right up into this other one. So even though they'll disguise and say, oh, so it's just a 15-year bond, 15-year increase in taxes, it's really, in this case, it's going to be, 60 years, because we're building another one. And that one probably in another 30 years won't be good, and that tax is never going away. But they like to disguise it. They're also going to talk about construction of a new solid waste recycling facility, relocating public works over to where the police station is now when they move that one. That's going to be a pretty penny. They're looking at a tax increase for that, surprisingly. 15-year, $200,000. Because I think it's going to be more than that, because they have to not only move it, they have to upgrade that police station. And if I recall, the numbers to upgrade that police station and make it a building that can be worked out of was a lot more than that. Now, I believe the thought is to sell that property, but where they originally were, but there's not going to be too many takers over in that area. Some other stuff, earmarking $250,000 for future beach renourishment. $250,000 isn't going to do anything. And as I discussed before, over the last 10 years, they've spent, what is it? I'm going to lowball and say $40 million to do 2 beach renourishments, and they're not working. All in an effort to appease the wealthy landowners, wealthy condo owners that bought that property knowing that there would be beach erosion. They say it's to draw in the tourist. I don't see that many tourists at the South Jetty to warrant $40+ million. Call me crazy. Then they're also going to look at what to do with the Hamilton building. This is one, I know one of the council members called me and we disagree on it. Because I've read the emails, and it's, they hate people with a memory. Government hates people with a memory. And they bought it, not sure what to do with it, but they had a great interest rate they could get on this property for $1 million. The biggest thought at the time, and I think it was the thought that Daniels was pushing, was parking lots. And I could not believe they were doing it. So they bought it, it sat there, and then the library mold issue came up, so they moved it in there. And I got to tell you, I've been to that, and it wasn't being used much as a temporary library. That's why I was amazed that we were spending over $20 million to build this new library over by the community center. But they love to spend money that's not theirs. And there I go again. I got off on another diatribe. All right. It's hard not to. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with The Scoop.